in remembrance of CJ. Drove the hearse Cadillac. A crowd of people gathered round, all dressed in black. And as they removed his body from the car, such pain she never knew has filled her heart. Why, oh why, I heard his mother cry. But oh Lord, it was the beginning of her and justice for CJ. In a mother's love, you will find everything's alright. To a mother's love, you are bound. You can rest on sacred ground. You are free to dream, because she sees what you can be. Did you know that mental health is a family affair? It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Well, one child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mama loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good to mom. Blood thicker than the mud. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Oh, a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave because your heart is there. But you can't stay because you've been somewhere else. You can't cry because you look broke down. But you're crying anyway because you're all broke down. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Well, it's a family affair. Hey, hey, hey. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Greetings and welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. It's good to see everybody. And let me greet you. Asator, greetings. Madria, greetings. Rhine Road, greetings. Hope you're having fun in the sun. Christio, good to see you. Greetings. And that's everybody I see in the chat and all that are with us. Greetings. Glad you're here. We have 12 people showing up in the chat and 9 likes. Hit the like button if you would. I'd greatly appreciate it. As you can see, that beautiful picture, and that's myself. Hey, Regina M. And my baby brother to the left, and my brother that's 2 years older than me to the right. And this is a picture that's on my Facebook page. And the man that I call Skinny Mister had the audacity to put this picture up on his wall or on somebody's wall and ask which one busted the Phyllis Hyman. But he just said the Phillies. Very, very nasty guy. I tell you, sir, neither one. You know, these people on YouTube has really sunk to an all-time low. And it's okay for people to be low if they choose to be. One of the things I realized about these people is that they're very afraid of a man that we call Sugar Man. For them, I guess you would call him Trouble Man. Whatever you call him. They're so afraid. I heard Black Mundo say on yesterday that we're going to pick down his lieutenants. Now, I don't know what that means, but he's going to pick us heart. And he called me, Soulfly, and Kelly G, the 3 water buffalo. So we're not even worthy of being called women, mothers, givers of life. It is sad to see how this sector is going down to the darkness. Have no fear. Underdog is here, and I'm not talking about the people that sponsor Gilbert Arenas. I'm talking about the little dog, the little underdog. I don't know if y'all remember old Mighty Dog and his little cape, and he came to save the day. But have no fear. I say be of good cheer. We have a lot to be grateful for. Whether these people acknowledge it or recognize it or not, we really do. And especially me. I thought I'd take that picture and just title it, Everybody Should Have Brothers Like Mine. And they really should. My brothers are devoted fathers. Ryan, Asatar, you guys remind me of my brothers and how they love and care for their children and even their grandchildren. Thank you, RLG. My brother to the left is my baby brother. And when we were growing up, he had long fingernails, and I used to bite my nails, so I didn't have long fingernails. And he was the only one that I really had a fight with, and he would always pick a fight with me because I wasn't a fighting person. And he'd scratch me up, and all I had to do was get scratched, and it was over with for me, getting scratched. But those were fun days. My brother to the right, he's kind of like what I call my twin. He's 2 years older than me, but we did everything together. He learned how to drive at the age of 15, got his license at 16. I followed in his footsteps. We took driver's ed, and we used to go and take our nieces and nephews, because we had a couple at the time when we were 16 and 17 and were driving, and we would go to the Rangers game. And it's so ironic, my son was able to take my brother to the Rangers game just last week, and we won. And he was able to take him based on the fond memories that he had of my brother. My brother told me a lot about this YouTube stuff. My son warned me what it could be like, and I, hadn't a clue. And I'm like, oh, that won't happen to me. I don't talk about people. I'm not into roasting and stuff. That's not going to happen. Well, it happened to me. But what my brother pointed out to me is that I was actually messing up the people's money, because they're used to scamming people and talking crazy about people, doxing people, and they're doing whatever it takes to get those cash apps to make the haters mad. And whatever they wanted me in their chat for and whatever they needed me for, I didn't realize my worth at that time, because at that time everybody loved Toothless. Now I'm just like Chris Rock. Everybody hates Toothless, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, because Toothless is just Toothless, doing her thing on her stage, on her channel, and she's doing it her way, my way. So I hear these people say horrible things about me. Like I heard Black Mundo say on yesterday that my brother and I smoked crack cocaine together. Where he got that from, the notion of such a statement is very derogatory. And he keeps hollering, if you don't like what I'm saying, sue me. That's what he keeps saying. And he's prepared. And I'm sure Amalia, the one that's his financier, the one that gives the most money to he and Kwame, will be able to afford whatever defense that he needs. He chooses to step into the quagmire of toothless tiger. You see, some call it quicksand, but I think we may need to define the words, because words are very important. Very important. And I'm sure the dark one, the one who thinks he's so slick, the one who loves to look at my videos and critique them as I'm on live. And as he gets money to make the haters mad. Oh, poor little thing. I'm sure he's gone down so in his donations that they used to have all these shot shows. You know, $10 a shot on Toothless, $20 a shot. Now he can't even get a shot. He drinks beer until he can get a shot. And I've seen him drink several cans of beer because he can't get a shot. YouTube has changed their guidelines. And supposedly they want us more friendly, more engaging to the audience, more engaging to the public at large, so that they can put commercials on our videos that people would want to look at and perhaps even purchase some of the things that are being advertised. A lot of our videos are not getting the advertisement because all we're doing is tearing down each other. And that's sad. And when you stand up for yourself, then you, the bullied, becomes the bully, so to speak. Who's buying that story? Nobody. I heard Black Mundo yesterday. Thank you for that cash donation. And then the little money sound came about 5 seconds later. How did you know you had a cash donation and it hadn't even hit your cash app? Regina said, who is everybody? Those people over there in the sunken place, lost and empty. You are very much appreciated and loved for your teachings and paying it forward for others at Toothless. Thank you. Matter of fact, I gave away a massage today. And I asked everybody, if you would please go in the comment section and let me know if you have a massage envy in your town. I give away one a month. I can only give away one a month. And if you have one, I would be more than happy to bestow one upon you. They're very relaxing, very professional. They even have stretching sessions. You get an hour. So what you choose to do in that hour is your choice. You can either get a massage, a full body massage, or you can do some stretching and a massage. But you get an hour to spend with a licensed masseuse. There's a lot of things going on in the world, not just the metaverse. So much so, we need to take the time out and start thinking about and speaking on some of the things that's affecting us as a people. And I thank you, Regina, for your beautiful words. And I receive them. And Ryan, you are correct. My dear Black is totally projecting. For he's the one with charges of crack cocaine. And they seem to think no charges that we're wrong. They're flagging the video. And they have a right to flag. Thank goodness Their flags mean nothing. Even if they come up with the wording, because now I seen on yesterday, Queen Regina decide to declare that she wants to have nothing to do with me and called me deceitful and all of this good stuff, none of which is true. We had a mutual respect for one another, and now we don't. And that is fine. She is the queen, and that she is. And definitely knows how to strike videos, and that she does. And who cares? Said the tiger. Not I. It is unfortunate that we as a people cannot rise above the hatred that we have for one another. Mainly the hatred that we have for ourselves. There's so much that we have to give, and so much we need to gain. So much knowledge that's left unlearned, that if put in the right brain, it could spark change for a whole community of people. Unfortunately, we're not there. That's okay. We're going to keep forging forward where we are. Asatar said, you're a loser with no content when your thumbnail is of Suge and chilling, and you decide to do a show about it. That's Pinocchio for you, I guess. Ryan said, that's what it's all about, Toothless. One memory making the next. So true. I love you guys for the engagement and for the laughter and the fun that we have here in the Tiger's Den. All are welcome with dignity and respect, and I will accept no less. Madria says, Sugar Man. Yeah, Regina, the degenerates are sick. They really are. But it's okay. But my brothers, my baby brother, is the only one of us that's ever been incarcerated for a long period of time. And my baby brother straightened up his life and decided to be the man that he was created to be. And is he ever a man? He travels throughout the United States every day. He does a hell of a job. He owns his own rig. And anytime his big sister need anything, all she has to do is pick up the phone and dial his number. And if he's not in a position where he can transfer it into her account, his beautiful wife will do it for him. They work together like that. Has a beautiful home with a beautiful pool in the backyard. He's not asking anybody for nothing. These people think that they're going to plaster my family all over YouTube and it's going to be acceptable. I tell you, it's not going to be. And it's going to be costly for you guys. You all may not realize it, but doxing is a federal offense. And we know the number one doxer. We've heard of the number one stunner, but we know the number one doxers. And you guys take pride in letting us know by video that you all love doxing everybody. It's unfortunate. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but understand this, they do turn. They do turn. I was trying to think about, what did I want to talk about? My brothers. Last year they went on an Alaskan cruise. They like to fish. They go deep sea fishing. Just a couple of weeks ago, they went to Port Aransas. They travel throughout the United States and go deep sea fishing. They spend their time being men on the golf course, at the bowling alley, with the children and the grandchildren. That's why it's a beautiful thing when I see Uncle Suge and his babies, Ryan and his babies, Asatar and his babies. It warms my heart as a mother to see men, Trinity and his babies. When I see men making an example for their children. We don't always get it right, but we do the best we can, and we give them what we have to give. And we want for them opportunities, perhaps that we didn't get. And it makes a difference in our children's lives. It really does. I'm so grateful that I had my brothers, clean and sober. My brothers were able to impart knowledge and gifts of travel to my son, to do the manly things that you do with a son. I can nurture him. I did the best I could. I can love him. I did the best I could. But when he have manly issues, I couldn't help him. But my brothers were and are there for him to this day. He has older cousins that he go to, and they communicate in a manly way. I, as a mother, do not interfere. I cannot afford to do that. Because what we want to be is we want to grow from boys to men. And I have some hell of examples of men in their education, in their knowledge of the street, their knowledge of life, on the good side and the bad. They've been able to impart things in him that his mother just couldn't give him. And I am truly grateful. My brothers, I am blessed enough to be able to have conversations with. And of course, they don't like what's going on here on YouTube. And trust me, they see. They see the switcheroni of Medea Black. They see the audacity of Skinny Mister and all of the sick people that promote this type of stuff. But they're men. And one thing they all know about their sister, their mama, their auntie, is she's equipped to handle them. You know, it's amazing. I have 3 of the biggest guys in this sector attacking me. I am a 64-year-old woman that they call a buffalo, water buffalo, a whale, bald-headed, toothless, hunchback, funky, stuck to the bed or chair, whichever one you want me to be stuck in at the moment, can't get through the doors of my room. But I have the infamous #1 draft pick ex-NBA player and his minions. The one who wanted to have intimacies with Medea's daughter under the age of 17 and do what men do all over her face. And then they'll flag my video and say it is of some type of nature when they're the one making these statements publicly and the people are cheering them on. And he said that this man he had so much disdain for, he would never forgive that man, yet they're working in concert to destroy me. Isn't that strange? Do you see a problem with that? You have the number one draft pick, the has-been that never was, but had an opportunity to be. He can't say it because people would view him as a celebrity, he says. But he can let his family say it because his family, they know how to really roast people. And she needs to go outside of the house and chained like an elephant. Oh, but if you only knew the love and the strength of the elephant. I know you did it for size purposes, but I guarantee you, if you knew the love, the intimacy, the care that the elephant gives to the elephants, you might not have chose that one. That was a beautiful animal to choose. The strength, oh, it's unnerving. The strength, the love, the depth of feeling, you can't beat it. You really can't. I want to read. Regina says, oh my goodness, my apologies, but I don't understand people like that. I advocate and fight for my people. Me too. All people. For justice, for economics, fight against discrimination, etc. Just pathetic. Asatar said, this dude said, I'ma dox all your lieutenants, talking about Suge. I'm here to say I'm nobody's lieutenant. Tell the truth. We don't acquiesce. Nor am I in any group. We never have been. I love Toothless in real life, but her and I are not a team. 100, 100. Tell the truth. Regina said again, my apologies, Toothless Tiger and real supporters, but I cannot bear listening to the abuse that these few people are doing to this queen and sweetheart, aka Toothless Tiger. I thank you, Regina, just for being here and being a support. It means the world to me, and you don't know how much. It gives me the stick-to-itiveness that I need to get up and do this thing every Wednesday and Sunday. No matter what they shoot at me, I promise you, I do not like it. It does not feel good, but I'm built for this, and I can take it. I think that I wanted to read today, after I talked about my brothers and what they mean to me, everything my brothers do. We have some good conversations, some good debates. We have fun. My brother, the one that's 2 years older than me. And you all have broken into my Facebook, so you all have my pictures. But he's learned how to cook. I used to be the cook for all occasions. But when I got congestive heart failure about 3 years ago, going on 4, I don't cook so much. I don't do anything really so much. But he would ask me how to make certain items. And if I tell you all that he cooks like his little sister, and we all can cook, but I was the cook, so everybody loved my cooking because I always did all the cooking. I used to love entertaining family, and I would cook a lot. He'd make a mean oxtail, collard greens, potato salad. He actually can make them as if my mom was in the kitchen and taught him how to do it, because that's who taught me. And my older sisters, with me being the baby girl, I had the privilege of learning from my older brothers as well as my older sisters and my mom. Hey, Senora Perez, strength is truth, and that's who you love, you chick. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much. You know I love you. Now you see that name. She looks like you and I, but she speaks like she's straight out of Brazil. Beautiful, beautiful Spanish, Espanol. Awesome. And her son sound like he invented the language. And he worked with children. He give them a voice. And he has a beautiful program that he travels all over the United States. And he's a speaker, and he incorporates his program into the schools. Because we have a lot of children, you all, believe it or not, that are hurting. Some of them are actually wanting to end their life. And what he does is let them know, no matter what the situation is at home, you have a voice. Let it be heard. He gives them the spoken word. And so he pulls out talent that these babies don't even know that they have within them. And what they start doing, y'all may not believe this, but it's absolutely beautiful. They actually start writing songs. They start rapping. They start singing. They start reciting poetry. And these babies come from all kind of backgrounds where they're really having a very hard time at home. All types of abuse. But yet, they come to the diverse lounge and they understand diversity because Alex gives them that. And then he'll speak in English and he'll speak in Spanish. And what's so beautiful about it, his partner, hello, Majestic, it's so good to see you. The beautiful thing about it, Alex's father is Puerto Rican. His partner that he does his business with is Puerto Rican. Alex speaks Spanish as if he grew up in Puerto Rico. His partner, who is Puerto Rican and did grow up in Puerto Rico and now here in America, can't speak a lick of Spanish. And it's beautiful when you hear their story. I tell you, it is awesome to see. I've had the privilege and the honor to go to Diverse Lounge that this club owner has a very big building in a section of town, Deep Ellum is what we call it, right in the heart of downtown Dallas. Kind of like on the outskirts, more or less, than the heart. But they love what he does so much. They told him anytime he wants to have an event, they give him this building. And he packs children from schools all over the state of Texas, not just in Dallas. They come from all over the state of Texas to be a part of the Diverse Lounge. And I promise you all, if y'all hear some of those children, Alex is also very spiritual, and he's a numerologist. And he can beat the drums. And he explains the meaning behind the drums. He's absolutely amazing. And if he wasn't always traveling and speaking now, I could get him on the show. But he is truly a wanted man throughout this country for what he does for others. Alejandro, his mom named him. You would be very surprised when you meet this beautiful young man with the long dreads, reminding you of Bob Marley, but sounding like Cesar Romero. Absolutely beautiful. Diversity is what it's all about. And that's what we need on YouTube. Diversity. It's okay to be who you are. You don't have to conform to what these people want you to conform to. What I don't do is acquiesce. So a lot of people always said, she's always talking about, no, I'm not. I only dress minions when need be. What I do is defend my honor, my integrity. And I'll always do that. And just because these people call me deceitful and a liar and all of this good stuff that they call me, doesn't make it true. Doesn't make it true. And just because my Cash App and my Super Chat ain't ringing off the wall to make the haters mad, it means nothing. Because one thing I know I have is loyalty. And I have people who give out of their need and their want. And whenever you can give is good enough for me. Because showing up every Wednesday and Sunday, engaging in the chat, means more to me than anything. Hitting the like button. We have 24 people in the room. I only have 16 likes. If you could remember to hit the like button when you come in or on your way out, you have helped Toothless Tiger. Because like I said, YouTube are looking for people that have engagement. They want people that they can put advertisement on their piece of work. I created a new channel to deal with the bullies and the naysayers. For so long, I decided, and I'm not going to say anything, but it's just entertainment, right? All they want to do is entertain at anybody's expense. They don't care how they hurt not only the person that they're targeting, but the children of that person, the family members. They care not because they don't have right relationship. You have a man, ex-NBA, #1 draft pick, who comes from a family of murderers, starting with the father. And then the brother. Let us remember CJ. And this is not defamation. This is confirmation. It's public record. It is there. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Let me acknowledge the Cash App. I didn't hear it because I have my phone turned down. So you won't hear the ching ching and the clack. You won't get to hear all of that. But you will get to hear the acknowledgement. See, I just cut it up. And I wasn't trying to cut it up. I'm going to keep it down low. That's me singing. This is the moment when, Bill would tell me, you old folks need to stay off this social media. Because I cut it up and I wasn't trying to. But this is that moment in time when he would tell me that. Let me acknowledge that. I want to say, Asatar said, my bad, bro. I thought you were a woman. This whole time. These avatars are small as hell on these phones. Let me pay some respect.
Your face. You got to remove the excess water. Now she's coming
This
down.
is how you do it.
Thank you.
Let me take you back to my elementary school days. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. People. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. People. I didn't do anything to these people. But I'm being bullied anyway. We will stop the bullying. And it starts with me. My new hashtag, not me. We need 7 more likes if we can. 7 more likes. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go back to a couple of old songs just for old time's sake, because I had a generous, as Madia Black would say, a generous Cash App. So I'm going to go back and let us hear some of the old songs. We love you in the South, Louisiana in the South, Georgia in the South, Florida in the South. Everybody do the Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Hey, Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Everybody do the Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Hey, Shark Boy, Shark Boy. I said he's sitting on the beach and playing in the sand. The people want to swim and he's snapping at their hand. I said he's sitting on the beach, they're playing in the sand. Trying to swim and he's snapping at their hand. Do the Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Hey, Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Everybody do the Shark Boy, Shark Boy. Hey, Shark Boy, Shark Boy. I said he's sitting on the beach and playing in the sand. The people trying to swim and he's snapping at their hands. I said he's playing on the beach and sitting in the sand. People trying to swim and he's snapping at their hands. Do the Shark Boy. Hey. So now we've been reduced to voodoo dolls. I think that's awful. But who am I? So this is what I did, sir. I told the witch doctor, I'm tired of you bullying me. I told the witch doctor, not me in 2003. I told the witch doctor, you need to leave me be. And the witch doctor told me, this is how you must be free. You go, ooh, ah, bing, ting, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Toot, wah, 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 ding, like a ling, ding. So, every time you pacemaker a blast, I send it back to you 100-fold. I don't believe in that stuff, and neither should you. But do what you do, and just remember, ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Now, as I play this next song, the parody has changed. So just substitute the person when you hear this song. It's all in love and in fun for me. It helps me cope. Welcome, Sci-Fi. So glad to see you. Beauty has arrived. Here I go. Just remember this song, y'all. He's in love with the choke code, known as a buster and a wrangler. He's in love with the choke code, goes by the name of Texas Strangler. He's in love with the choke code. He got his hand around her neck. He's in love with the choke code. He said you ain't seen nothing yet. He's in love with the choke code. He doxed my name, my car, my house. He's in love with the choke code. I'm feeling scared as a church mouse. He's in love with the choke code, known as a buster and a wrangler. He's in love with the choke code, known as the Texas Strangler. Now just remember the play. Remember the play. And that'll sum it all up for you. Tangled-eyed girl, your tender eyes makes me wanna hurl. It's your forehead against the world. Promise will never trade you for another girl. Tangled-eyed girl, your tender eyes makes me wanna hurl. It's your forehead against the world. Promise will never trade you for another girl. Tangle-eyed girl. Your tender eyes makes me wanna hurl. It's your forehead against the world. Kwame will never trade you for another girl. Brown-skinned lady, where your husband at? When he woke up, you were typing in that chat. He sat up so he could think. Next thing he knew, you were taking skinny link. He left home to be with his side piece. He left home to be with his side piece. He said, baby, this ain't right. I'm gonna leave and go back home tonight. It was about 4 a.m. when he grabbed a handle. He walked right in and you were on a panel. He left home to be with his side piece. He left home to be with his side piece. You know, sometimes in a relationship, be it male or female, we tend to not want to let go. No matter what's going on in our relationship, we just want to hold on. Sometimes we find ourselves singing this song. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I can ever go. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't want to be free. I'm staying, and you're gonna love me. Ooh, 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 love me. You're gonna love me. And I am telling you, I'm not going, even though the rough times are showing. There's just no way, there's no way. We're part of the same place. We're part of the same time. We both share the same blood. We both have the same mind. And time we've had so much to share. No, 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 no. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning, and finding that there's nobody there. Darling, there's no way. No, 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 no way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. You see, there's just no way. There's no way. Tear down the mountains, yell, scream, and shout. Like you can say what you wanna, I'm not walking out. Stop all the rivers, push, strike, and kill. I'm not gonna leave you. There's no way I will. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know. There's no way I can ever go. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. Not living without you. I don't want to be free. I'm staying. And you, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. Yes, you are. Ooh, ooh, love me. Ooh, 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 love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. You're gonna love me. Justice for CJ. In Carter G. Woodson's the original best-selling classic, The Miseducation of the Negro, I want to read from you a chapter. And before I do that, I want to say, Carter says, you experience it and you attain knowledge and do better. Believe that. I agree. Chapter 16 of the book, and as you guys know, I go all over the book, not necessarily in sequential order. The new type of professional man required. Negroes should study for the professions for all sane reasons that members of another race should go into these lines of endeavor, and also on account of the particular call to serve the lowly of their race. In the case of the law, we should cease to make exceptions because of the possibilities for failure resulting from prejudice against the Negro lawyer and the lack of Negro business enterprises to require his services. Negroes must become like English gentlemen who study the law of the land, not because they intend to practice the profession, but because every gentleman should know the law. In the interpretation of the law by the courts, to all the rights of the Negroes in this country are involved, and a larger number of us must qualify for this important service. We may have too many lawyers of the wrong kind, but we have not our share of the right kind. The Negro lawyer has tended to follow in the footsteps of the average white practitioner and has not developed the power which he could acquire if he knew more about the people whom he should serve and the problems they have to confront. These things are not law in themselves, but by determined largely whether or not the Negro will practice law and the success he will share in the profession. The failure to give attention to the things has often meant the downfall of many a Negro lawyer. There are, moreover, certain aspects of law to which the white man would hardly address himself, but to which the Negro should direct special attention. Of unusual importance to the Negro is the necessity for understanding the misrepresentations in criminal records of Negroes and race distinctions in the laws of modern nations. These matters require a systemic study of the principles of law and legal procedure, and in addition thereto, further study of legal problems as they meet the Negro lawyer in the life which he must live. This offers the Negro Law School an unusual opportunity. Because our lawyers do not give attention to these problems, they often fail in a crisis. They are interested in the race and want to defend it cause. The case, however, requires not only the unselfish spirit that sometimes manifest, but much more understanding of the legal principles involved. Nothing illustrates this better than the failure of one of our attorneys to measure up in the case brought up against the United States Supreme Court from Oklahoma to test the validity of the exclusion of Negroes from Pullman cars. The same criticism may be made of the segregation case of the District of Columbia brought before this highest tribunal by another Negro attorney. In both these cases, the lawyers started wrong and therefore ended wrong. They lacked the knowledge to present their cases properly to the court. Our lawyer must learn that the judges are not attorneys themselves, but they have to decide on the merits of what is presented to them. It is not the business of the judges to amend their pleadings or decide their cases according to their good intentions. Certainly, such generosity cannot be expected from prejudiced courts, which are looking for every loophole possible to escape from a frank decision on the rights of Negroes guaranteed by the Constitution. Oh, look at Sugar Man. I will acknowledge that when I finish reading. The Negro medical schools have made a much better opportunity than the few Negro law schools, which have functioned in the professional preparation of Negroes. On account of the racial contact required of white physicians who are sometimes unwilling to sustain this relation to Negroes, the Negro physician and dentists have a better chance among their people than the Negro lawyers, and the demand for the services of the former assures a larger income than Negro lawyers are accustomed to earn. But in spite of this better opportunity, Negro medical institutions and their graduates have done little more than others to solve the peculiar problems confronting the Negro race. Too many Negroes go into medicine and dentistry merely for selfish purposes, hoping thereby to increase their income and spend it in joyous living. They have the ambition to own fine automobiles, to dress handsomely, and to figure conspicuously in society. The practice of these professions among poor Negroes yield these results. Why not be a physician or a dentist then? Too many of our physicians are like the one whom the author recently visited in New York City. "When I heard you coming up the stairs," said he, "I began to feel glad, for I was sure that you were another patient from whom I might extract at least $2 for a prescription." Yet one would wonder how the physician could prosper in his profession, for he had no special equipment for the practice of any kind of advanced phases of medicine. About all he could do was to look at the patient's tongue, feel his pulse, ask him a few questions, write a prescription, and collect the fee. The apparatus required for the modern treatment of serious maladies he did not have, and seemed to have no ambition to possess. The Negroes of today are very much in need of physicians who, in their professional work, will live up to what they are taught in school and will build up their foundation by both experience and further training. In his segregated position in the ghetto, the Negro health problem presents more difficulties than that of the whites, who are otherwise circumstanced. The longevity of the Negro depends in part upon the supply of Negro physicians and nurses who will address themselves unselfishly to the solution of this particular problem. Since the Negroes are forced into undesirable situations and compelled to inhabit germ-infested districts, they cannot escape ultimate extermination if our physicians do not help them to work out a community health program which will provide for the Negroes some way to survive. Negro medical schools and their graduates must do more preaching of the necessity for improving conditions which determine health and eradicate disease. A large number of physicians and nurses must be trained, and new opportunities for them to practice must be found. This can be done by turning out better products from these schools and the extension of hospitals among Negroes who have been so long neglected in this campaign. However, the Negro physician must supply the leadership, and others must join with them in these efforts. From medical schools to, we must have Negroes with the program of medical research. Today, the world is inclined to give attention to the health of the Negro since unsanitary conditions of the race will mean the loss of health among the whites. Philanthropists, however, hardly know how to proceed or which way to go because they have so long neglected the Negroes that they do not know how to provide wisely for them. And the Negro physicians themselves have failed to give adequate attention to these conditions. Negro medical students have not directed sufficient attention to the antebellum background of the Negro, who still, under that influence, indulges in superstitious and religious practices which impede the progress of medicine among them. One would be surprised to know the extent to which primitive medicine is practiced among American Negroes today. Often in the rural districts, they seldom see a physician. The midwife and the herb doctor there control the situation. The greatest problem now awaiting solution is the investigation of the differential resistance of races to disease. What are the diseases of which Negroes are more susceptible than whites? What are the diseases of which the whites are more susceptible than Negroes? The Negro escapes yellow fever and influenza, but the white man dies. The white man withstands syphilis and tuberculosis fairly well, but the Negro afflicted with these maladies easily succumbs. These questions offer an inviting field of research for Negro medical students. While we hear much about medicine, law, and the like, their importance must be unduly emphasized. Certainly, men should not crowd into these spheres to make money, but all professions among Negroes, except those of teaching and preaching, are undermanned. All Negroes in professions constitute less than 2.5% of those over 10 years of age who are gainfully employed. At the same time, the whites find certain of their professions overcrowded, and some of their practitioners could not exist without the patronage of Negroes. Negroes, too, should undergo systemic training for those professions in which they have shown special aptitude, as in the arts. They must not wait for the Americans to approve their plunging into unknown spheres. The world is not circumscribed by the United States, and the Negro must become a pioneer in making us a larger portion of the universe. If the people here do recognize the Negro in these spheres, let him seek a hearing in the liberal circles of Europe. If he has any art, Europeans will appreciate it and assure him success in forbidden fields of Europe. It should be noted the Negro artist is not wanted as a mere imitator. Europeans will recognize him in the role of an enlightened artist portraying the life of his people. As an English abolitionist said more than a century ago, the portrait of the Negro has seldom been drawn by the pencil of his oppressor, and the Negro has sat for it in the distorted attitude of slavery. A new method of approach, however, is now possible. There has been an awakening in Europe to the realization of the significance of African culture, and circles there want to see the life depicted by the Negro who can view it from within. There is a philosophy in it that the world must understand. From its contemplation may come a new social program. Herein, y'all, I said contemplation, that's contemplation. Okay? Contemplation may come a new social program herein lay the opportunity of the Negro artist as a world reformer. Will he see it and live, or continue the mere imitation of others and die? That is the end of the chapter of the new type of professional man required. Let me put some respect on Uncle Suge's donation.
Your face. You got to remove the excess water. Now she's coming
This
out.
is how you do it. Thank you. Let me take you back to my elementary school days. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. People. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. I didn't do nothing to these people. People. I didn't do anything to these people. But I'm being bullied anyway. We will stop the bullying. And it starts with me. My new hashtag, not me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. You see, Cheryl will do what she said she will do. She will stand by her word and see it through. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. There just ain't one weapon, no. You see, I'm the weapon. And I do what I say I'm going to do. And that is so true. Karna says, it's time for us to get our minds, bodies, and spirits in check, for us to join each other and acquire more togetherness. Together we can achieve more strength to help one another do better. And that is so true. That's one thing that they have in the YouTube studios for us content creators. I want to say welcome, Sister Nandy 3G, Thug Life Sector. Welcome. Glad you're here. But one of the things that they have for us in our studios is ways that we can collaborate to help make each other greater than what we already are, independent of each other. You see, I think some people lose sight of why they came to YouTube, no matter the reason you came to YouTube. The majority of us came to YouTube because we thought we could make a difference. We thought that we had something to offer. And trust me, you do. Once you get here and you don't know the rules of engagement, you kind of feel your way, and you may connect with people that you think have your best interest at heart, but they may not have your best interest at heart. So you just kind of play it by ear and you follow other people's leads. You don't know what's good to give, what's not good to give. You don't know if you stay in the whole video, if they just okay with you just coming by, hitting the like button, saying one or two words, moving on. It's so many different variables, but you make that determination according to your schedule and the time that you have to give to either one of us. The thing of the matter is, we're here supposedly to help inspire and to uplift. That's certainly my reason. And the other people said that they were here to entertain. Entertainment normally involves laughter. It doesn't involve you worrying tonight whose face you're going to see on somebody's wall tomorrow. What lie are they going to tell about me later on this evening? I heard this young man say, Medea Black, that I was hating on a woman called Misunderstood. I don't know this young lady. She came out with her story, and her story does not make sense. And she's a recovering, she says, addict, but she's being exploited all over the internet, telling a story that's been debunked years ago. And now I'm supposed to be this big fat water buffalo that's jealous of how this lady looks. Beauty is deceiving, and it's in the eyes of the beholder. I would rather have my mind clean and sober than to have all the money in the world and addiction to crystal methamphetamines, crack cocaine, or any controlled substance that keeps me out of my reality and won't allow me to feel my feelings. You see, I feel my feelings, and sometimes it doesn't feel good, but I have to feel it and move forward anyway. There is a fear factor that comes with being an adult. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily afraid of anything or anyone, but you must have a degree of fear in order to take care of yourself and to teach your child how to survive, to get to the age, at least if the health doesn't affect them, that life won't affect them, because you have to know how to operate in whatever environment you go into. And you can't do that if you don't have a foundation that comes from a mom and a dad that loves you unconditionally, love you enough to correct you. You cannot spare correction in whichever way you choose to correct, be it in the corner, reading the book, writing the paper, spanking the behind, whatever you choose to do. Too much of anything is not good for you. Not enough of anything is not good for you. But if you do the best you can to become the better you, I guarantee you, you'll do right by everybody you meet. Whether they enjoy you, embrace you, like you, that's their choice. Whether they see it your way or not, that again is their choice. What you have to do is be confident in who you are and do the right thing. Why? Because it's the right thing to do, for no other reason. Because we all want to be treated with honor, dignity, and respect. Some people actually kill for the lack of respect. Ask any of the penitentiary. Ask Skinny Mister. He's been to prison for 11 years. He knows the type of behavior that he's displaying on this World Wide Web is totally unacceptable, especially calling us women all of the derogatory names that they call us. And then what he will say is, everybody want to talk about me because I'm the algorithm. No, you're not. You're probably the bought tourism and you buy your numbers, but you don't have the engagement. And when the people in your chat talk, what they do is assassinate and annihilate the character of people that you don't like and they don't know. And the saddest part about it all is they don't even know you. Yet they give, and they make fun of. But you have to ask yourself about a people that would continue to support a people like yourself and the Medea Blacks and pick NBA player that was a has-been that never was but had the opportunity to be, or the queen that buzz all around YouTube in the name of Black excellence and honor and dignity, but taking shots and taking people videos down to the highest bidder, however much you want to pay. See, it has to be a time in one's life. I'm not a martyr, and I'm not willing to die for anybody, but it has to be a time for you to stand for something or fall for anything. And you're going to always find me standing. No matter if you don't see me out this chair, I rise, I stand. She walks, she moves. And you know what? She has a swag to her move. So whether you get to enjoy the pleasure of me or not, that's on you. And if you think that I have this problem with my mental, yet again, that's on you. But what I can tell you is I have made it 64 years, and you've got to get there. So you might want to know, they said if you ever want to get somewhere, you get around people that are doing whatever it is that you want to do, and you learn from them. You don't destroy them. You don't try to hush, sweet Charlotte them away. You don't try to sweep them under the rug. You don't lie on them so that you can get a like and a donation to make the haters mad. Because in a minute, who they hate today, they may love tomorrow, and you may become the target of the hatred. Ask many of the people that were a member of the Skinny Gang how they feel today. All of them feel that they've been wrong, but none of them can admit to the wrong that they've done to me. And I can live with that. I did have some to apologize. I did. And I accepted it and I apologized. Why? Because I am who I say I am. No more and no less. I am that I am. And what I am is a woman of integrity, a woman of power, a woman of strength, a woman of weakness, a woman of love, a woman of laughter, a woman of tears, a woman of experience for 64 years. That's who I am. And I don't mind sharing, because I was taught I can only keep what I have by giving it away. I'm a very opinionated woman. I give a lot of unsolicited advice. You probably don't want to hear nothing I have to say, but I gotta say it. I gotta say it in the event you don't know it. And it's like Asito and I, we have conversations, and he breaks it down to the lowest common denominator. He's a coach. He teaches young children the game of basketball by using the art of living. He teaches them practical life situations and put it on the basketball court so that they can comprehend both what's happening here on the court and the lesson he's trying to get them to learn off the court. Because what they do off the court is going to determine if they get to make it back to the court. Because a lot of them live in places that may not be so desirable, and it may be a little scary. We don't know what children have to deal with on a daily basis in their homes. They may come across as being the smartest little kid, but you don't know what's going on inside of them, because most are taught not to tell. What goes on at home stays at home. I say you're only as sick as your secrets. I live a very transparent life. So this doxing and all of this putting out information and destroying the lieutenants, I don't know what lieutenants. The only lieutenants I know are the ones that they have in their cult gang YouTube cult gang members. And I say that by the way they operate. So you don't have to go by what people say. You go by what they do and the way they operate. And if you disagree with any one of those people, then their people will come, and I'm surprised we don't have more, but they'll come and troll you. They'll come and try to distract you, all for the sake of someone who they don't know, who will never give them the attention that you've received. And for some people, it's a pure hatred that I was able to sit on Kwame's platform 3 separate times. For some people, it's real hatred that I was able to sit on Skinny Mister's platform at his bequest. He invited me up. He said that I have a problem because he won't let me up. No, that's not true. He had a problem because I started going to Sugarman's platform. I started looking for other outlets because I did not like the direction in which he was going, and he would not change the storyline of actually urinating on someone's mother's grave, or busting in some child all over their face. Those type of things, which they strike my video for and say that I'm talking crazy. No, I'm not. I would not dare even have those thoughts had these people not set them and put them in the ethers. They don't really care about children. We can tell by the manner in which they speak of children. What they're bringing to this sector is perversion. They're bringing perversion, and we as a people need to stand up against it. You know, there is a thing called trafficking in this country, and a lot of it is exploited children. We need to put a stop to that. All of this talking about teenage lovers and adults loving on teenagers, that's a message. It's a subliminal one. But trust me, there is a message in there. All you have to do is keep hearing something over and over in your psyche, and then it becomes a part of who you are, whether you want to think about it or not. You know, they tell you how to develop a habit and how to get rid of a habit. Repetition strengthens and confirms. Face comes naturally. And if you keep hearing all of this gutter trash, as Sister T would call it, because you have certain individuals who say they've overcome some unsurmountable feats, the Miss 504s, who's so angry and so bitter that they would talk about this type of behavior, and they don't think that it's something wrong with what they're doing, but they're introducing us to perversion. And then they want to introduce us to homosexuality. And for the LGBTQ community, I applaud you on whatever you do. I have nothing against you. But what I will not do is allow them to bring that into this atmosphere and dare me to say anything about it, because you want to use those people to destroy me. No, we can coexist. That's what life is about. All kind of people in the same place. You do your thing and I'll do mine. You know, it's a song called 5 Minutes of Fun. And it says, now the party didn't start till I walk in, and it probably won't end until I probably won't leave until the thing ends. But in the meantime, in between time, if you work your thing and I work mine, we came here together so we can have fun. Me and you, baby, going one-on-one. This is our last chance for us to get off, to either get loose or we ought to get lost. I'm just about ready to do my thing because I'm a stone cold New York rap machine. I'm going to give you what I got, and baby, that's plenty. It never has one man rock so many. I'm going to make you wet, make you sweat, just to see how funky you can get. So all I'm saying is, and what I want you to take out of that is that we can coexist together without impeding on each other's lives. We don't have to put anybody down. We don't have to lift anybody up. We can exist. But let's do it as adults. And let's not say that we're going to use you to attack heterosexual individuals. Don't use heterosexual individuals to attack someone that's different from you. These people are introducing their criminal families, ones, like I said, that have committed murder, who's been convicted of being and harming children, being with and harming children, actually have to register, and they're not doing it. But we don't want to look at that. That's the number one draft pick family. He's brought all of these criminal-minded people with these perverted thoughts, and we all are supposed to just accept it and act like we don't hear or see it. But I do. I hear it, I see it, and I don't accept it. I don't mind anybody being whomever they are, and they can do what they want. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. They can be whoever they are and do whatever they want. But I will not continue to remain silent because I don't want my audience to hear me go there. No, we're going there. Because see, children, and I'm not talking about nobody under 18. I always put my videos not for kids. And if I'm going to talk a certain language, I restrict them myself. I don't need nobody telling me. You see, this is my business and I know what I'm doing. So I will restrict them myself. And then these people false flag us. Kelly, I don't know if you heard, but you, myself, and Soulfly are now the new water buffaloes. And we are the lieutenants for Suge, and they're going to expose us. You know, I'm not accepting that. This man is doing criminal stuff in the name of being a better content creator and letting the people know. How is it important for the people to know the mother's name of the men that he called himself exposing? How is it important for us to know the children name of the men that he's supposed to be exposing? Because he can't handle them on the mic, which he claimed he's the mic master. No, he's not. He might have dropped the mic, but not because he was tough on the mic. It's because he can't handle the mic. So then he goes to Amalia, who pays for him to go into people's backgrounds. And then he started reading people's family information. And then he makes it a whole soliloquy. And he takes it for 2 weeks. And then he goes get a supposedly recovering addict to come up with a story from 3 years ago. And then he's going to tell the story as if he lived it. This ought not be. But he did confess on video that he traded places with a nephew to keep him from getting 3 strikes. Now, I understand the nephew is no longer with us, but he's still here. And they love to tell us about the statute of limitation. Well, the statute of limitation never goes away. And if I have anything to do with it, we need to start contacting the proper authorities. And as I just read in this book, The Miseducation of the Negro, the reason why a lot of things don't work for us, our flags, whatever it is we're trying to do, we don't use the right language. We need to start reading and learn the proper language. That's all they do. They have teams, war teams, the Oracle. That's what they do. They sit up and read the language. They cut and paste. And the next thing we know, they're striking us down. And what are we doing but doing just like everybody else, trying to make another stream of income for our household and to entertain and to educate others Everybody may not have time to read, but there are some of us that can and must. Kelly said, they always go to weight. That's it. Skinny or not, whether you have a man, etc. We have a right to support whomever we please. That is so true, Kelly. And that is what they do. They talk about your big fat weight because they love saying that about me. Then they talk about your no teeth. I came here with my teeth out. I don't understand why that seems to really tickle their fancy, but hey, okay, the joke's on them. I can live with that. And then they like to talk about, do you have a man? Or they go very sexual in nature, and then they'll strike you if you repeat anything that they say. So we have to be more strategic. You see, one woman running around here talking about she got PTSD and that she's military trained. Well, those two things are oxymorons, because once you have the PTSD, your military training becomes dangerous. And you cannot keep running around here talking about you doing things as a nurse, talking about Sister T's husband is doing something to the children. This lady actually made a phone call to CPS for the third time. This time she didn't complain on Sister T. She complained on Sister T's husband, who's currently in law enforcement, and accused him of touching his grandbaby in an inappropriate manner. We as a people should not allow that to happen. And we can't do anything but make the proper complaints. They have to investigate in their own companies and do what they need to do. And then Skinny can run my show and tell everybody in America, look at this lady, look what she's saying. But you know what, young man, look at this lady. Look at this beautiful, big, bald head, no teeth, 64-year-old, 338-pound lady. Look at her. And look at her good. Because you remember her. She won't allow you to sleep. You stay up at night on your bed trying to figure out, how can I break this lady down? I can guarantee you this, son, you can't do it. You can wish death on me all day long. Your crowd can call me crazy and say I had a meltdown and say whatever, but all you can call me is B-I-T-C-H. That B-I-T-C-H. Who? B-I-T-C-H. B-I-T-C-H. Me? B-I-T-C-H. Not me. B-I-T-C-H. Who? B-I-T-C-H. That's all you can do, son. And it doesn't matter how much emphasis you put on the B when you say B-I-T-C-H. Ah, B-I-T-C-H. She looks like a man. And then this lady, this drug addict that they say I'm bullying. Let me see who this person is. Oh, they don't have enough subscribers for me to even entertain. Woman, I don't care how many subscribers you have. You have a serious problem, and subscribers is not it. And for you all to think because y'all say that I'm bullying, record my videos like I do y'all's. Just record them. Because everybody has a right to face their accusers. I've given everybody, and this Madea cannot wait to plaster my paperwork on his channel and break it down. It's going to be a time that he's not going to be so willing to do that. But you all want to be a part of something great. I want y'all to know I'm something great. And y'all definitely are invited to the greatness. By way of my experience, you're invited. Because remember, at one point, it was all fake. It was all false. And it was all phony. I think I made a believer out of some of you all. And some of you all are wondering. But I've tried to share with you all the laws that you all are breaking. And I tell you, beyond any reasonable doubt, you guys are breaking criminal laws. See, a civil case is preponderance of the evidence. Criminal is beyond a reasonable doubt. And some of y'all are going to be asking yourselves, which one have I committed? It doesn't matter that the oracles stay blocked from me and hid in the background, but they're showing up in Medea's chat. So you're showing that you guys have been working together all along. Deception. And then he took a video that I shared of Sugar Man's and then said that I took a picture of this woman and put horns on her and put a pipe in her mouth. No, that was the thumbnail. I didn't do that, but I shared the video, and I will share any video I choose to share. That's how we help one another. We share each other's work. If we really care about this community, because what's going to happen, y'all gonna let these 3 people destroy a whole community of entertainment. And some people really need this section. Some people, we're all they have. And they really need to engage with human beings. And they have no one to engage with but us here on this screen. Y'all may not know that, but that's the truth for a lot of people. Y'all may want to rethink being an adult, because a lot of you act just like children, hurting children at that. You don't act like that you are mature adults that have come to a place in life where you just want to be entertained, laugh, and go on about your business. No, y'all want to become I Spy and the investigators and want to start plastering people's business all over YouTube as if that's cute or funny. Not caring that you're putting people's lives in danger. And even though it's happened to some of you guys, you all still are willing to do that to others. What is it that makes you want to do that? What is it that drives you to want to hurt someone that looks just like you? Perhaps you all don't share the same facial features and certainly not the same size, because let all of you tell it, all of you all have perfect forms, perfect shapes. But I've seen the bellies on some of y'all. I've seen them skinny legs and all. I've seen the bags under your eyes while you try to talk about me. I've seen your teeth going from the left to the right, and I don't know if they're in the army or what they're doing. I've seen you want to put on some big clunk-on veneers so you can think you look like a normal human being. I've seen the yellow caked between your gums and your teeth. I've seen that. I've seen you look like you're worn down and the alcohol is coming through your pores, and then somebody make mention of it and you go shave your head, and that body butter that you said that I needed to order, perhaps you ordered from Rainy or Lonnie and you're using the whole supply. I've seen all of that. I've seen brown-skinned lady twitching like she's got a problem, talking about how she don't like me and she doesn't mess with me because I lied on her. I seen these things. That's a lie. I never lied on her. I've told truth. And for these people, for some reason, they want to trade places. They want the truth to become a lie and the lie to become the truth. Won't happen. Won't happen. And you don't ever have to apologize. You're not worthy of apologizing to me because it would not be real. It would be disingenuous. And I understand that. I've come under many people attack. Why? What is it that makes you want to attack? Toothless. And then y'all want to call me truthless. The biggest liars on YouTube call me truthless liar. And all you people got to do is say it enough. And then that's who I'll become to you all. But because you all say it, you know what I learned? The greatest lie ever told is 500 lying on one. So I don't care nothing about your lies. They mean nothing to me. Trust me. My witness is not in this realm. Trust me. And I do have a witness. And then I have a legion of ancestors, good and bad, that covers me daily. I don't like, again, the feelings that I must go through when I see you all try to distort something beautiful. Like take a picture of my brothers and I when we were younger and try to make something ugly and nasty out of it. Asatar said, well, let me see what Kelly said. Kelly said, they can't hurt you with your own truth. That's what they don't understand, Kelly. You came on telling your story. Kelly's, she needs the VA to check on her mental health. She should be having some follow-up with them on her PTSD. They need to know what she's doing and about her rants online. Exactly the same thing that she said that she could do to brown skinned lady. Someone could do the very same thing to her. Show her videos. The very same thing. And she can go on her wall and make all of those speeches. See, I know the con. And like I told her, that's what I admired about her, the con. I don't have a problem with that. I don't play with people that are not my equal. And she's not my equal. I don't care about her being an RN, a veteran. I don't even know if she's a veteran. If she says she is, I'll take her word for it. I don't know. But this the games that these people are playing in the name of entertainment. This is not entertainment. Laughter has long since left these platforms. And if by chance we should happen to make one or two of you laugh, then I'm happy. But I guarantee you, it's not fun anymore. Asatar said, at Kelly, I'm good, just working and grinding. You know the usual. How are you feeling? And then I said, Skinless is slowly shriveling away in front of our eyes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then he's wishing that I die every 5 seconds. However it's supposed to go, son, that's how it's going to go. You know, you don't have to do that. But since that's what you do, then do what you do. Good thing that what you do don't interfere with who I am and what happens to me. Has nothing to do with it. So I'm real all right. But at some point, we as a people, as a community, metaverse or universe, at some point in time, we're going to have to start taking responsibility for how we are allowing these people to misuse and mistreat us. We're going to have to take responsibility for that. One thing this lawsuit taught me is, according to USC 47230, we cannot sue these platforms. And they can promote this type of behavior all they want until they're tired of it. Then they go to their guidelines and find ways to stop it. And they have that right because it is their business. And that's why we need to learn more about business plans. We need to know about how do you lay out a plan. If you don't know how to create content, we need to find a better way to gather content. Content is a subject matter, a topic of discussion. You know, it's so many ways that we could be doing this thing that would make us all flourish. But no, we're too hateful. We got to try to stop anybody that looks like they're doing any semblance of something good. We're even as individuals who probably dream of and wish that they had a nuclear family, a wife, a husband, the babies, the home, the car, whatever it is. We all want to belong to something. And that's how they all getting hooked into these YouTube cult games. Because they're being accepted, not understanding that you don't have to do anything for someone to turn against you. All it has to be is the right someone. And if they turn against you, trust me, you're on your own. One good thing I love about me is I came here on my own and I had a desire of what I wanted to do, and I stick very true to what I want to do. I'm not swayed by the polls of public opinion, but I see the polls, and then that lets me know that these people don't have the people in their chat that they pretend to have. And they laugh at my 26 or 27, but I'm grateful for the true living beings that come and visit me. Not the people in, is it Pakistan, you say, Kelly, or New Guinea or somewhere? You know, I don't have that crowd. I have the American crowd, the one who choose to log in and listen to me, the one who choose to cheer me on. And I'm forever grateful to each and every one of you. And I'm going to continue to support who I choose to support. And everybody that I choose to support, y'all can say that they're just as bully and derogatory, but I can say unequivocally, they're defending their honor and integrity just like I am. You see, it's one thing when you're going involving yourself in some stuff. And some of you all have done that. Y'all involved yourself in other people's stuff. I didn't do any of that, but I was treated as if I did. And no one can acknowledge the harm that I've suffered for no reason. And that's fine, because I can acknowledge it. And I speak very well for me. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been speaking well for me. Kelly said, yes, in Pakistan, all those fake views and subscribers. Exactly. Y'all tried to break me. I'm unbreakable. I can't say that y'all did shake me to my very core. Especially when Skinny Mister was lying to Straight Talk and had him really thinking that I was trying to harm he and his family. It wasn't until I heard him do a video one night and he said that he sent this information to Straight. And he told him about these people trying to dox you. I knew then Straight Talk hadn't seen none of that stuff. And unfortunately, he didn't try to investigate. He was caught up in the moment. But I'm grateful that he did come to me like a man and apologize. And I accepted it. You see, there are some things are deal breakers. And there are some things you can do over and over and over again. But I find a lot of you people, you're so lost and you're hurting so bad. And all it takes is to have somebody that show that they care about you. And you can't receive it because you got this bully sitting over there reminding you just how much of a nothing that you are. And they don't tell you you're a nothing to them. They'll tell you you're a nothing to someone who you love. And instead of you hearing what they're saying and considering the source, you go off into your zone. And that's unfortunate for most of you. But I said I was going to quit sitting on here for hours and hours because many of you are not trying to get it. The ones that support me will sit here with me all night, and that I'm forever grateful. And I know you guys are working and working 2 jobs for some, doing everything you can to be here for Toothless. And if you think that doesn't mean something to me, you better ask somebody. And the somebody to ask is me, because it means the world to me. It really does. You, to me, show me that you're willing to give to me what I'm willing to give to you, and that's yourself. And we're priceless. No matter how they make the haters mad and do whatever it is that they do, we know it's not done in honor. And a fool and his money will soon part, so it is written in the Sun book. I didn't make that up. And if the shoe fit, wear it. I'm not calling anybody anything. I was so grateful the other night when I seen Gil come back and answer questions for us that he knows that still love and support him. That meant a lot to me to see that. And I want to know, and I want you all to know in this sector, that I got a newfound respect for us as a sector and know that there is hope that we can change the whole trajectory of this condition, because nobody was asking the stupid questions about how they be talking here on this sector. They kept it to sports. Part of that was because Gil had written questions and he chose the questions he was going to answer. The other part of that was the callers had dignity, maturity, and self-respect, and they kept it in the basketball realm, and that was an excellent show. They're not throwing his name in the middle of some craziness. And it's a beautiful thing, and I'm sure it's painful for him as a dad. But his kids have known he and their mom to be in the light the whole time. So they've had to deal with this craziness more than any of us. But they're still babies. And it's his children. They're still babies. And the good thing is they're in a community where pretty much all the children have to go through the same thing because their parents are of the same caliber. I'm talking about status-wise. I don't know if any of them has a heart as big as Gilbert, and a laughter and a pettiness that he shared with us from day one. He's petty, petty, petty. But he believes in humor and laughter and uplifting. You can tell his relationship with his brethren, his relationship with he and the number one draft pick, his relationship with he and Asatar, when he goes back to the school to support not only his alma mater, his coach, but his brethren that he went to school with and that he actually played with. He don't see himself so high that he doesn't go back and give to his team. That is a hero. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to think he's Illuminati and orchestrating all of this craziness, he doesn't have a dark bone in his body. He's ignorant, and he'll tell you that he is. He can do some stupid stuff, but he's not dark. His smile illuminates the screen. He tried to give us the game. He tried to show us success. And he's forever moving. But would we listen? No. We want to talk about one another. We want to call everybody pedophiles and child predators. We want to talk about people interested in bicycles. I mean, I've never seen or heard such a sight in my life. I really haven't. And I've seen and heard some things in my life. I really have. Never to the degree of these people. Most of us will never encounter a celebrity. Not my life, but most. It's really sad how you allow someone to help you squander the opportunity to know someone that's where you all are striving to be. All y'all talk about is the bag, the bag, the bag. Here you had the man with the bag teaching you how to get the bag, and y'all said, fuck you in the bag, and threw him to the wolves. Oh, not the wolves, the wolf pack. Ooh. When the last time you had a bowl of Wolf brand chili? Well, that's too long. You see, because y'all full of Wolf brand chili. And if you've never seen that commercial, Google it. Google it. You got people running around here talking about they're missing. They're from this sector and they're from that sector. And we do this in this sector. And we do that. All of that stuff that y'all used to do, it's really illegal today. And so keep doing it. And all of the jokes, she thinks she can sue somebody in their avatar name. No, she doesn't. She doesn't think that. You see, there's a federal rule of civil procedure and there's a federal rule of evidence. And then you have a constitution for your state. And so you have a rule of civil procedure and federal procedure for your state. So I'm going to suggest to you guys, y'all might not want to take my word for it, but y'all might need to start looking at y'all behavior and then measuring it. You see, because I'm not the judge or the jury, and I demanded a jury trial, by the way. I'm not the judge or the jury. And in these situations, sometimes you don't have to have a unanimous decision. But of course, I'm not an attorney. I don't practice law, nor do I give legal advice. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. So I can't diagnose anybody. I can only go by what you share with me. I misunderstood. You shared that you were an addict. I call addicts dope fiends. But you shared that information. And they're deceiving you. I'm sure at some point in time you were absolutely beautiful. Not so much today. And you could look better than me according to them. Because again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And when I look in the mirror, you know who's staring back at me? The most beautiful girl in the world. That's who's staring back at me. Lady La, I don't know you. And Armando is talking about what you can do and what you will do to me. I suggest you don't. I've never disrespected you, and I don't tolerate disrespect. And I heard what you said you did with Suge's cease and desist. I don't do that either. I've already issued a cease and desist for everybody on YouTube. And the video is available if you pay for membership. Because these people are going back in my videos, flagging them falsely. And don't let that man who's miserable get you entangled in his legal affairs. Because he can tell y'all all he wants about my case. Let's see what he's going to do with his case. Because he's supposed to be serving me papers in the next 10 days, I'm sure. I should be getting some papers from his attorneys on the copyright strike that I struck him on, that he want to give the credit to Uncle Suge. May it never be. I'm like Uncle Suge. I like to take responsibility for my own work. And he likes to take responsibility for his work. But let's see if he's going to take me to court. Because I definitely filed. And I'm surprised you didn't read that today, my dear. I'm surprised you didn't let the world know what my documents say. No, you rather come on here and lie and say my brother and I smoke crack. Never in life. Never in life. And Kelly said, hello. Hello. They couldn't get over themselves enough to get to the bag. No, that's right, Kelly. They couldn't. They take things too far. There's no reason to speak on doing something to people. No reason at all. None whatsoever. There's no reason to speak on people's children. And they love calling my son gay. Now, somebody's son may be gay, and it may be skinnies. Maybe all his boys gay, I don't know. But my son is not. And they love to talk about people touching people. I don't know who they touching. I don't know. But no touching is going on around here. They're very disrespectful. And they think they don't have to answer to anybody. No, you don't have to answer to me. But I bet you'll answer on my behalf. All it's just a matter of knowing who to go to and where to go. And just because we don't know, that means we haven't had to deal with the criminal injustice system or the civil justice system. We haven't had to deal. But when I've had to deal, I've dealt. You will know a tree by the fruit that it bears, not by the noise that it speaks. See, the wind, who can see it? That's a question. You may feel it coming from the east or the west. Could even be the north or the south. Who knows? But you can't see it. As say, they'll destroy your bag even if it means that they also end up destroying their own bag. So very true as, hey, sucker free, how you doing? Good to see you. It is really an honor and a privilege. Y'all don't know how much to come on YouTube with 3 subscribers and to gain the subscribers that I've gained, and then have you guys to come and visit me on Wednesdays and Sundays. And when I start going live on my second channel, IJE Unapologetically Toothless, that's going to be our roasting channel for anybody who want to get up and do their thing and have fun. We're not going to go low. We're not going to do that, but we're going to roast. And we're going to have fun doing it. These people don't have a clue what roasting is. They don't have a clue. After they can't outrhyme you, then they go and start looking up your family history. And then this Madea gets on here and calling everybody name in your family like they best friends. You know, there's always somebody, yeah, I talk to your cousin, I talk to your brother, I talk to your sister, I talk to somebody. Who gives a damn? Everybody has family history. Everybody. It's called pathology. Some of us have great family histories. Some of us not so great. And if you're big enough to tell the story, tell it. Fred Hammond, he said, I got to tell it, or just tell it, or just tell it, say, just tell it, say, come on, tell it, say, or just tell it, say. So, tell it, and go tell it on the mountain. But just know, your day coming too, bro. Your story will be told. That's right, Corner. Even them. Kelly say they claim to have their own bags, but I beg to differ, and I do too. They're on here every day making up lies and harassing people for cash apps. And then the skinless one comes on to tell the people, I'm only over here so y'all can give me some money. Then we're going to go on over there to Rumble. Well, it has to be something that he's taking face with YouTube people and gearing them from YouTube to Rumble. It has to be some sort of violation. And we may not find out about it today. But we need more people thinking scholarly. You don't have to be a scholar to think scholarly. All you have to do is start researching. Start reading the community guidelines. And if you have problems navigating through the system, just go to Google and ask for YouTube community guidelines, and they'll pop up. We got to start working as a people. We the people. Remember when that used to be the slogan? We the people. Well, in order to form a more perfect metaverse, we got to quit allowing 3 people to destroy it, and actually 4, because you got damn D in there, who he's never done anything to me to this day, but doesn't mean he won't, don't mean he never will. I don't know. But we got to call a thing a thing. And then we'll hear this old raspy one. Was she talking about damn D? What did he do to her? He never mentioned her name. I never done anything to you, but you harmed me nonetheless. But we've got to start calling a thing and quit pretending and letting these few people ruin it for all of us. There was a time when we were free to go into anybody's chat and had the time of our life. Now, a lot of us dread coming on YouTube, and we only come to gather information for the ones we like, so that hopefully they can use to help fight against the injustices that are being played against us, just because 2 or 3 men are butthurt and jealous about where we're going and what we're doing. It's sad, but it's our reality. And one of the hardest things for me to swallow was to see people that support me in the chats of people that are laughing and talking about me. And they're over there laughing and having fun as well. But I realize we're all adults, and just because you're in there laughing doesn't mean that you don't support. It just means you're an adult. And you can like all types of humor. We do it anytime we support a comedian. They all don't like each other. They don't speak favorable of each other. And they're funny. These people have gone past funny. It's not humorous anymore. It's downright disgusting. They have to defend against Child Protective Services allegations. Sister T asked her son, how did he feel about the young lady questioning him about his dad? Because he shared with her, he didn't want to talk about you, Mom. He wanted to talk about Dad. And he wanted to know if I was touched, if I knew the difference between a good touch and a bad touch. Imagine your child, 13 or 14 years old, have to answer questions like that about you. The only man that they've ever loved and known, and shown them what they know up to this point. Imagine how he must have felt. He told his mom he didn't know what to think. He didn't know how to feel. And people think that this is a joke and this is funny. And you're ruining children's lives who are in their formative years, who are growing, who are still learning, and they have to deal with this about their parents that they love and they know that loves them. May it never be, but it is. And we've got to put a stop to this kind of craziness. You know, you expect this. When my son told me to be careful because this kind of stuff exists, you know, I would think then if that would have happened to me, it would have happened to me from people, you know, that I didn't have any interaction with. You know, somebody just tune in, see me and say, ooh, I want to pick on her. Ooh, whatever. But no, it happened for people that I actually, as it is written in the songbook, I actually supped with. And I say I supped with them because I shared my money with them. I supported them. And this is the thank you that we receive for supporting one another. It is heartbreaking, devastating. We're losing people to death every day for a lot of false information that we can't even discuss. But it's happening to people all over. And it's sad. And it doesn't mean it's not going to happen to me, because it very well could. But so far, it has not. And I'm grateful. I don't know what to say and what to think. I know that it's a better way to do this. And I know that we're going to have fun. And I'm going to continue to do what I do. I know I'm going to do my best not to give them a reason to flag my videos and take them down. But, they put anything in there. They'll say and they'll lie and say that you're talking about this and that, and you're talking about discrimination. You're talking about racism. They say all kind of manner of things. And by the time the decisions are made that no, you were not doing that, then, probably the threshold for people who would want to acknowledge you. We do have those of us that are monetized. We do have thank yous. So sometimes if you missed a super chat or if you missed a cash app and you just want to support, you can always do a thank you. You can donate that way. We call it donations because it is funds that help us run our business. It's our business. This is our business. And it's up to us whatever we're going to put into the business. And the $66, and that's steep. But that's what we do. It's no way I would have ever believed, because of the way that they tell us the news these days and the way that, we don't get the news, that we can't even get on here and share what's happening in our communities and stuff because of the way these people treat us. And anything we do that try to help somebody or uplift somebody, then they want to take it and make a joke out of it and destroy it. You got grown men who seem like they have little boy issues coming on here talking to us elderly as if we didn't earn the right to be here. But we really have. And we deserve to be treated much better. And Corner says, if you know her, you could do nothing but love her. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's really real. We probably talk about my ass too, because I'll get to hollering and shit if we disagree and stuff. I will do that. But other than that, I want to see people win. I want to see people do what they're willing to do and I'm not. Because it's I'm not willing to do. But I'll encourage you, if you say that's what you want to do, I'll encourage you to be the best that you can be. You can believe that. I will do that. Because everybody under the sound of my voice and have a desire, deserve to be the best them that they can be. This is the only way we're going to get to live like this. I don't know what the transition of life is going to be like. I've heard about it. I've read about it. But ain't nobody came and told me about it. And I was told that energy, it just changed forms. And it keeps moving forever alive. One of the 7 Hermetic principles. Check out some of my older videos, the smaller ones. They're very interesting. And I know that they can go and flag them too. That's what they'll need to do. Because I'm going to keep on giving y'all all that I have to give. And then some could say, oh, is that all she got? That's it. I'm just me. And I would like for people to start adopting the triple A's. The triple A's is acknowledge whatever is going on with you, good, bad, or indifferent. Acknowledge it. A number 2 is accept whatever is going on with you. Accept that's what it is. And number 3, action. Take action to change it for the betterment or for the worse. Whichever it is, when I say for the worse, meaning to eliminate it or to make it better if it's something that you want to be involved in doing. And I heard Iceberg Thoughts say this morning, everybody needs a buddy, that helps to motivate you, that you can talk to. I'm not really good with, the rah, positive, everything is positive, because I understand duality. It goes back to the 7 Hermetic principles. And for every positive, there is a negative. What goes up must come down. You got to understand that. Love, the opposite of hate. Corner says she's full of powerful knowledge. One of her mantras is her knowledge was yeah, I am that I am. I really am. And I really love what I do. And I really love you guys for listening to me, because you didn't have to give me any of your time. And, T.Y. used that quote a lot. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend this time with me. That's a beautiful quote, because it's really real. And there's so much fakeness on this platform, so you don't know the real from the fake. I saw Supernova had an interview with Queenie last night, and I thought it was a good interview. But I wish that she could have said, because she's very honest about she started with me by counting the money, but I wish she could just say that she was wrong, because I re-showed the money. And of course I got flagged like I did before. And I was right to the T. $722.33. $862 to the Oracle, who never liked me, she said. Yeah, that really happened. Really happened. I don't regret supporting anybody, but I talk about anything that affects me till I get tired. So if you don't know me, or if you know me, you could say that I want you to let that go. Believe it or not, not. Till I get ready. Ask my son. I know he gets tired of me sometimes when I remind him of things when he was 3. I do that. I guess you could call me petty in some ways. And I didn't think I was, but now that I just said that, and that's petty as hell, but I do that. I really do. I really do that. But I love being me, because I love how, like I said, my 2 brothers, my pillars, my rock, my brother with the short fro, when we were in elementary school, every girl in the school wanted him, because he's fast. And he was a little kind of semi-bow-legged. He had a swag that wouldn't wait. And he was number 1 in football and basketball. And all the girls in his whole class, all of them. We went to that school. I was in the 2nd grade. He was in the 4th grade. And for the time he was there, I had every girl in his class, not the classroom. I'm talking about the whole 4th grade, the whole 5th grade, the whole 6th grade. were my play mamas. I never had so many play mamas in all my life, but I had them. And one good thing about my brother, he was a show enough fighter, and he didn't have to do a lot. The guys got along. All the number one stunners. And as poor as we were, you would never know how poor we were. Because like I said, we both took driver's ed when we were 15, got our license at 16. I got my first car between the ages of 16 and 17. A 64 Pontiac Le Mans. I shall never forget it. Beautiful black leather seats, white exterior. Our name rings in Oak Cliff, Texas, while this man is calling me Hunchback from Oak Cliff and talking about he's coming to Texas. Our name mean everything in a city as big as Dallas. In a city as big as Dallas, our name means a lot. And y'all can dig all y'all want. And the ones that got records, they got them. They ain't no hell of a records, but some of them are. But they got them. They ain't running from them. They ain't hiding from them. And I ain't parading them. Y'all do what y'all big enough to do. I want y'all to continue to do what y'all big enough to do. My dear, since you love to call everybody by name, and you know this one, and you got in touch with that one, but baby, I got some that don't give a damn about me, and I don't care about them. So I hope you contact those relatives. I have no problem with that. The man talked about my water. He talked about my water because it's in a plastic cup from Quick Trip. And I don't know who don't have a Quick Trip in their town, but everybody loves Quick Trip around here in these parts of the United States of America. As Satar said, we love you more. I love you back as equally as much. Connor said her knowledge was not put in her heart to stay. She would tell it's not knowledge until she give it away. Y'all better hear her. Y'all better hear her. So if y'all try to come for her, her children are astounding. And if y'all can match their lives and their education and the things they do for people, then have fun. You see, we're just doers around here. If y'all can match the work that this woman has done, tell our story. Y'all know y'all favorite saying, to God be the glory. Tell our story. It's a story to be told and to be admired. I really hate you people think that you all can destroy people by their truth. You can't destroy people by their truth. You destroy people by lying like y'all trying to do Uncle Suge. Hey, Sister T. I want you to know that we got you, Sister T. And we're going to help in whatever way I can to help. But this woman is going to leave you and your husband alone. And it hurt my heart when I heard your baby tell you what happened. But it was also awesomely beautiful because these people, not the stupid ones, but the ones who's on the fence and got some semblance of parenting in them, they need to see how this is affecting your family because you're good on YouTube. It makes no sense. Y'all, we got to stop these people. Yeah, they crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. And I understand, Sister T. These people are crazy as they come. But just as crazy as they are, we have all the fortitude, the knowledge, the tenacity, the will, whether we know or not, the wherewithal, and we got some people that cut for us. They can't keep it on YouTube. And I don't care their thoughts because I support you 100%. Just like I support Suge 100%. And like I tell everybody, if I was a betting woman, I bet on me every damn time. Believe that. I'm going to bet on me if I don't even know the rules, because I'm going to learn the rules of engagement, and then I'm going to engage according to the rules. I'm going to do that. That's on the gorilla. As I said, that Sister T, I'm sorry you're going through this BS. You had to go through today. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's just heartbreaking. But we need to go through whatever it is we're going through so that we can share this with people that's coming up. Let them know what to expect, how not to be so trusting of people, how not to think just because people welcome you on their platform and tell you to come on in, that don't mean that they really care about you. These people have no content. Anytime you hear somebody and all they're doing is talking about somebody, talking under their clothes, like I said, this #1 draft pick who brought this perversion and darkness to this community. And I want y'all to remember this and look at it for what it's worth. There have been YouTube cult gangs, Nature Boy, and this other boy, Initian, or something to that effect. This stuff is real. They're trying to introduce, I'm trying to tell you, children-adult relations. That's what they're trying to introduce by saying the things that they're saying about Uncle Suge, about myself, and about Sister T's husband. They're trying to introduce homosexuality. And like I said, I'm not against no LGBTQ or STUBW. I have some that are part of my family, not my blood family, but my family nonetheless. And if it was my blood, it's mine. And I can't help what you do. I just can account for me and my body. But I love and respect anybody that love and respect me. And I don't care what your preference is in the bedroom. But they're trying to introduce that to this community. And that's unacceptable. We all can coexist without you trying to have a takeover and then tell us about you have rights and we're doing hate crime. No hate here. We ain't got none but love for you. But you got to love yourself. And you got to know your place, whoever you are. I know my place. And you should know yours. You're not going to come over here and be at a disadvantage for us because we're heterosexual. And you guys want to change the dynamics of this is not a new norm for me. My normal is the same. And we used to ask, what is normal? We used to say a dial on the washing machine, but now things are push button, so it may not be a dial. It may be a button that says normal. That's all it is. So I can coexist with anybody within reason. But what you will not do is bully me into accepting the unacceptable. You will not do that. I remember when I was helping my brother fight for his grandbaby, and I had a CPS worker that was totally out of order. And I went and found the new director. And I got an opportunity to speak with him himself once I wrote him a letter to let him know what these people were doing. We don't have to accept, just like they keep talking about company policy. Well, we cannot sue YouTube for what they say and what they do, but we can write to YouTube, and we can write to Google, the parent company. We can let Sundar Pichai know that what these people are doing is unacceptable, and they need to do an internal investigation. Since we can't get to the right people in the FBI, and we could just say we haven't got to the right people yet. And since we haven't gotten to the right people in the gang units in our respective towns that will listen to us, I have police reports that I filed, and the police just won't get involved. You know, some of those people talk to you like, yeah, you too old to be on YouTube anyway. They don't say that. That's their attitude. And one lady, I downright almost had to cuss her out, a detective. And she was talking about, it can be dangerous. I say, but the job you chose, being a detective, that's a dangerous job. That's one you chose. And they hired you. When I was a revenue officer, that was a dangerous job. I didn't have a weapon. All I had was a badge. All I had was this little tool right here. And this little tool gave me a lot of power on paper. This little U.S. Treasury gave me a lot of power on paper. Me, revenue officer, but that little old dot right there, those little dots, those holes, that says retired. My badge retired with me. That's all I had, was this and my knowledge. And I got the job done. And we're going to do the same. Sister T, y'all not by yourself. I know you're going to do what you got to do. I know you're a Cancer, so I know it's going to get done. Are you a Leo? But water signs are deep, is my point. And we know that Leos are the kings of the jungle. So we understand that too. But you're not alone in this. Sometimes I'm sure you feel like it. Because a lot of people are talking about, oh, that's pitiful what's happening. Okay, yeah, my sister's a Leo, so you're very serious and know what the fuck you're doing. But a lot of people, it's really bad what's happening, but nobody's willing to say nothing or do nothing. And, doing stuff anonymously is not good, really, y'all. You can be anonymous, if you just have to. But anonymously doesn't have the same weight as being able to tell your truth. Just like it's happening to Sister T, to me, to Suge, I guarantee you, stay on this internet and it's going to happen to you. Because as I stated, I didn't do nothing to these people. This man just decided one day I was going to be public enemy number one. And he tests his audience. And he'll say stupid stuff about you. And if they don't balk, if they don't push back, then he knows to go full steam ahead. But some of these people don't like their moms. They certainly don't have love for her. And they don't even know their dads. And like I told Sister T, they're attacking her nuclear family. because she represents what they say America is all about. She doesn't have the white picket fence, but she got the white picket fence yard. She got acres. She got landscape. Have you seen people yard that's co-feared? You know, normally when you think about co-feared, you think about a woman's head of hair. See, I know about that. Our yard is not quite as big, but my mom used to win. Hey, you there? Phyllis is here, y'all. She's in Boston. She's here. No, she ain't in no damn Boston. She in Washington, D.C. Oh, Lordy. She's in Washington. She's out in Boston. But you know, my mom used to get yard of the month, every summer. And my mom used to have a big, beautiful garden like Sister T has. It wasn't quite as big, but it was a big, beautiful garden that she worked by herself because we didn't do the outside. And my mom said it was very relaxing, very calming. But I can tell you, that beautiful yard. Then she's got America's dog. You know, one of my favorite. It used to be my favorite until I fell in love with the Weimaraner, and both are German dogs. But she has a beautiful black and brown German Shepherd. She called him King. And my cousin has a big, beautiful black and brown German Shepherd. And I called him, he has a name, but I call him my Mo 3 because I was in love with Mo 3. I was in love with his music, not the man. So don't y'all get it twisted. I loved Mo 3 and I loved his storytelling and I loved him. But my cousin has a big, beautiful German Shepherd, and I used to have him on my screensaver. My son used to tell my boy, that's a shame. You got the dog and Mo 3 on there. I didn't even have my son. But now I have my son on there. So he don't have to worry about that no more in life. I have my gorgeous son who looks like his gorgeous mother. I have him on there. But I used to have my Mo 3s, and I did that when Mo 3 died because I was so hurt. And so I had to represent 3. And my son used to get so tired of me talking about Mo 3. He liked him too, but he just got tired because I knew every I knew every song, every ad lib, you name it, I knew it. Because I loved his story. I really did. I really loved his story. And I really hate his, end. But like my daddy said, if you was born to burn, you ain't gonna drown. So I can't worry about none of that stuff. But all I can tell you is that my cousin have a big, beautiful German Shepherd like your dog. And absolutely gorgeous. And she let me put it on my phone. So I used to have this on my screensaver. And her dog is absolutely beautiful, and she's trained as well. But you have sons, an excellent officer of the law who's a marksman. That's something to be proud of. I was happy when I seen you with his certificate, when he got that certificate, because my next to the oldest brother died in Vietnam. Well, he died at home, but he got hurt in Vietnam. And he was a marksman. So just that honor makes you smile when you talk about them and say their name, And then you have a son who's a whiz with the computer and the phone and his grades, and a grandbaby that's straight A student. These people envy that. They don't have shit. They don't have no husband. They don't have no boyfriend. They don't have no trick. They don't get no treat. They running around borrowing money. Some pay back, some don't. Some don't have to, some won't. They begging people for money in the name of not begging and claiming that I'm begging people. They'll never be. They'll never be. But you have a nuclear family. The way it's supposed to be. These people are trying to destroy the family. They don't want us to procreate. They don't want us to love in a natural state. They brought nothing but clouds. And we got to bring this out. We can no longer pretend we don't see this and we don't know that it's happening. And we got to call out the number one draft pick, ex-NBA player, the has-been that never was, but had an opportunity to be. Kwame Brown. Got to call him out. And his murderous family. And the brothers that have been convicted for child abuse, sexual child abuse. They should be registered and not registering. We got to call out the cousin, Kev Lowe, the one that was part of a 19-person arrest, who copped a plea with the feds because he wanted to be something different, is what he said in the article. He didn't want the children that he mentored to turn out like him, but yet he's on YouTube doxing people's families and making videos to make it look like something that's beautiful between a grandfather and a grandchild is tainted. That's unacceptable if we're normal men and women. We can't allow this kind of behavior to happen, because just like it happened to you, and I used to try to tell these people, all of them that turned against me for this man skinless, I tried to tell them, y'all going along with this bull, but just like it's me today, it's going to be y'all this evening. And he turned on them. He turned on all of them. And he did that because he didn't want people to know and to see my org chart that listed all of them as his gang members, his YouTube cult gang members. Well, I understand why he's doing what he's doing. He ain't slick and it ain't gonna work. The wheels of justice move slow, and I don't control those wheels. Not at all. Sister T, while I have you over here, I don't have a song for you, but I have one for Asatar, so I'm going to play this for you and Asatar, because you both try to flag me because I am talking truth. But like I said, they can flag me until they can't flag no more. Ain't nothing I can do about it. All I can do is tell my truth and fight whatever they do. That's all I can do. But I want to acknowledge you guys. I think this is the one. And this is for both of you all. I believe this is you all's. Asato, I think this is yours. Child, they get to messing with your stuff. Your songs don't play no more. You know what? I might be lying on these people. I might be looking at the background instead of looking at the song. Today is a very special day for a very special guy. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, Asatar. Happy birthday, Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Go ask, it's your birthday. Go ask, it's your birthday. Go ask, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your day, gon' turn it up. It's your day, gon' turn it up. It's your day, gon' turn it up. It's your day, your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Asator. And many more. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, baby. I love you so. 58 candles makes my heart glow. Forever and ever. Oh, I love you so. But you're only 16, and you're his teenage dream. You're the prettiest and the loveliest girl he's ever seen. Baby, 58 candles. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Go ahead, it's your birthday. Go ahead, it's your birthday. Go ahead, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your day, go turn it up. It's your day, go turn it up. It's your day, go turn it up. Yesterday was your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay, y'all, that's it for the birthday girl and the birthday guy. And anybody's birthday, this is your birthday, and I didn't know it was your birthday, then happy birthday to you too. Y'all, I'm up here accusing the people, y'all, and ain't no need of me lying. I done hit the wrong thing. I was hitting the background and not my music. So let me get my background back with my brothers. Since they want to talk about my brothers as the ones that's done molested me. He know they ain't the ones, but he just wanted to say that on his wall. And so I thought I'd just say it for him. No, that's my baby brother right here. And then that's my brother that's 2 years older than me. And that's me before I had my son. And I always try to blame my son for gaining weight and not losing it. But it's not his fault. I just like to blame him. We're going to pay honor to CJ in remembrance of CJ. Drove the hearse Cadillac. A crowd of people gathered around, all dressed in black. And as they removed his body from the car, such pain she never knew has filled her heart. Why, oh why, I heard his mother cry. But oh Lord, It was the beginning of her. And Justice for CJ. I'm smoking a cigarette, y'all, and y'all know I try to be off camera now. So just give me a moment. In the mother's love, you will find everything. Everything's alright. To a mother's love, you are bound. You can rest on sacred ground. You are free to dream, because she sees what you can be. And for those of us who were blessed to have a mother that loves us, we know what that feels like. And we have to know that a lot of these people here on this app don't know what that feels like. And that's why the few of us that are mothers, we have to show who we are at all times. One thing that I posted on my wall for Misunderstood: to thine own self be true. You don't have to be true to me. You have to be true to you. And William Shakespeare is the one who came up with that saying, to thine own self be true. And he came up with that saying, and it has another little part to it that I didn't know existed until I was posting this post. And it said, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as night follows day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. So if you're true to yourself, you don't have to worry about being true to nobody else. Because if you're true to yourself, you're going to always be true to other people. They can either accept your truth or they can reject your truth. And if you're true to yourself, you don't care. All you want to be is the best you that you can be, and compare yourself to no one. And that's what I do. You see, you can't get no better than me. And everybody should feel that way about themselves. If you don't, then I would suggest to you to start working on yourself till you can say those words to yourself. Like I said, Muddeer Black called myself, Soulfly, and Kelly water buffaloes. And I don't know what he's looking at, but like I said before, when I look in the mirror, who's looking back at me is the most beautiful girl in the world. And it's not my fault if he's short, got a missing tooth in the front, ashamed to show himself, and all he can do to feel like a man, which we know he's a male, but all he can do to feel like a man is discuss us women and then relate us to water buffaloes and whales, and we're big, and everything that they touch is big. He and Skinless, the tag team, both of them, women are big and are in the medical field. And I hope they're not violating their licenses by supplying these people with medicine. I don't know that they're doing that. It is a hope of mine that they're not. Maybe something that needs to be investigated. I don't know. But they're playing with our lives and our livelihoods. We need to start making valid complaints. And there's nothing wrong with a valid complaint. Whether it's true or false is to be investigated. Just like they're sending the people to Sister T's home, then we need to do some investigating. She has a granddaughter that they were at a party on YouTube, and the daughter back and breasts were out. She keeps her breast out. We don't know what's going on in their household. So, you don't want to be tit for tat, but you fight fire with fire. You have to do what you have to do to protect your own. You can no longer look at these people and say, oh, they didn't mean it. Oh, this was an accident. Now, this is the third time they've called on Sister T and her husband. The first time that they have implemented him as someone that needs to be investigated. That's unacceptable. And if we as men and women sit back and act like we don't see what's going on and think that this is just funny and something we can talk about in a chat, no, we got to stop this type of behavior. Esther said, isn't Mundo's, he called her a wife, a lady, I don't even know if they're married, but the one that he loves to brag on, hey, Crystal, glad you're here. The one he likes to brag on and call his wife and talk about how she's a doctor. He's not saying that she's a pharmaceutical student with a doctorate degree. He's talking like she's an MD, and she's not. I'm not saying she doesn't have the capabilities of writing prescriptions because she can work in a pharmacy. So that's not what I'm saying. But the lies that these people tell, and then they laugh. But he and Skinless have women in the medical field. One is an RN, and the other is a pharmacist with a doctorate degree. Is a Skinless wife a big lady? Yes, she is. By all standards of Americans, big. But they want to call other women whales and water buffaloes? Yes, you're correct, Asatar. That's what they're doing. We know they have no love or respect for those women that they have, because that Muddy Black put his wife in a beauty contest for men to judge against Lonnie Love. And I thought that was the most stupidest thing I'd ever seen or heard, but he did that. And I'm going to talk about it. They feel free to say whatever they want to say about me. And especially, he had the audacity to say that my brother and I smoke crack. That is so very sad. That is a lie, and I need him to prove that. And he's going to have to prove that to me and to the court. And Amalia, I hope your money is as long as you say it is. You say you give him and Kwame a lot of money. I want to hope and pray that you will continue to do that, because he keeps talking. Well, if it's not true, sue me. Sue me. Dreams do come true, sir. When you least expect it. All you got to do is wake up, because that nightmare that you're in have put you in the quagmire of Toothless Tiger. Yeah, you're in the quagmire. Y'all playing in the quicksand, but you're in my quagmire. You are. And you did it. Yeah, you did it. You did this. See that old man over there in his chair? This old man is living in the bottle. He done quit his 9 to 5. He drink full time, and now he's living in the bottle. Well, see that old man over there in his chair? This old man got a problem, and it's a bad one. Now he done pawned off everything, his old woman wedding ring for the bottle. Well, and don't you think it's a crime when time after time people living in the bottle? These people living in the bottle, y'all. You can't beat the tag team giving, no matter how hard you try. They'll just keep on and keep on telling lies on videos. Do or die. They'll send trolls in your chat to get you all bent. You just keep going and stay focused on the content, because you can't beat the tag team giving. That ain't no lie. It is written, shun the very appearance of evil, and don't let your good be evil spoken of. They all pretend they serve something greater than themselves. They all call it a holy God. But I don't know, maybe their God is the God of gold, oil, and drugs. Perhaps their God is the God of gold, oil, and diamonds. I don't know. But I can say this, that whoever they serve, they're going to need him. They're going to need the Lord and God for this one. They're going to need to call on him and tell him to come and help them. Because with me and my ancestors, we're showing no mercy to wrongdoing. And we don't have a gun. I'm afraid of guns. I don't have bullets. I have a pen and a paper. And it is mightier than a two-edged sword. Some people say sword. You say it how you say it. I say it how I want to. There's no telling how I might say something. And I'm a stickler for words. But I've been messing up words so since I've been on YouTube, I don't know what I say half the time. But I guarantee you, you'll know what I say. And if you don't know, Google it. You know, these things right here, I tell y'all all the time. These are things we call phones. Actually, they're computers. And you can ask Google anything. We're in AI, artificial intelligence, the information age. You should not be walking around ignorant today when you have at your fingertips the ability to go anywhere in the world you want to travel, to seek any knowledge that you lack, to learn manners that you were not taught. There's no excuse for these people to be like they are today. But I guarantee you, I'm going to help you get right. I'm not the right police. Nah, that's not who I am. I'm a mother. I'm a nurturer. I'm a lover of people. I don't like many, but I'm a lover of the creation of life. I'm also pro-life. I believe in life. So we spend most of our time teaching people how to die. My cousin told me this one and I liked it, and I told him I'm going to steal it. Until we need to learn to teach our children and adults alike how to live. Gilbert tried to do that for us. He tried to show us how to build a platform, how to collaborate with one another. But it's so much hatred, so much envy, so much jealousy. We couldn't even do it. I want us to learn as a people, don't be at the airport waiting for your ship to come in. You got to be on the dock for the ship to come in. And when you're at the airport, you got to be looking for the plane. You know, like Tattoo, the plane. Because some of y'all are living between here and Fantasy Island. And I want to help bring y'all back to Earth. you know, Earth. Yeah, I want to help y'all come back. Some of y'all may have never been here. Perhaps you've always been stuck between here and there. But we got to do better, people. And I promise you, I'm going to do my part. I don't know if y'all going to do y'all part, but I'm going to do my part. If anybody is interested in learning the language on how to flag on a computer, and you can flag me for this because y'all have war teams and y'all flag falsely. But if anybody want to know the language to use, the categories to use, then please feel free to email me, and I'll be more than happy to share it with anybody who email me and ask me for the language, because I do have it. I've been studying the guidelines, and perhaps it looks like what we're doing is not working. But I promise you, if you are faithful and continue to do what you need to do on the computer so that you can write the language on what's happening and pick the right categories of what's happening, then we too can flag righteously, because YouTube wants us to report anybody that's not following the community guidelines. We get reported just for being on YouTube. That's unacceptable. And at some point, that's going to stop. I promise you it is. We have a man that sits and brag about his people paying him, yet he's been demonetized on 4 channels. And he's got these people believing they're donating to make the haters mad. Well, he's the only hater. So with everything they donate, he's getting madder and madder at them, especially you, Intel Wow, Esco, Yafi, you big money givers that now is only giving $2 and $5. He's not pleased with you guys. And he thinks he can keep on making these raw, derogatory videos on YouTube and playing them on Rumble. We need to find the community guidelines for Rumble. And we need to deal with Rumble to let them know. And let YouTube know that he's encouraging people to leave YouTube and go to Rumble. That's deceptive trade practices. That's deceptive business practices. See, we can keep letting them lie on us, and we can live in our truth. We can be honest, and it's for whosoever will. I'm not instructing anybody to do anything. I heard this man instruct people to come and unsubscribe from me. I heard him instruct people to unsubscribe from Uncle Suge. I heard him tell people unsubscribe from Sister T. And how we get to be the 3 amigos, we're not a team. We're independent contractors that love what we do, and we support one another. And nothing you all say or do will stop that. See, once you come into the knowledge of the truth, you can no longer pretend you're ignorant. You cannot do it. Ignorant means not knowing, unlearned. But once you learn, you're held accountable for what you do and don't do with right and wrong. You're held accountable. And we have got to start being on the side of right. We're already right, but we're not fighting right. And they can play this video for the president, because even the White House tried to get Twitter to take down a tweet, and it didn't work. But these people can get your video taken down at whim. It's something they know that we don't. And it's all found in the community guidelines. So we got to get busy. And we can't be about saying it, because it's not what you say, but it's what you do that counts. You see, we came on here with a man who said he judged behavior. He said that. And his behavior is totally unacceptable. but no one is calling him out on his behavior. He goes to chats and he bothers people that he thinks he can get away with it. I've even had the stalker Skinless to come in my chat. Thank goodness that he's bold enough to do that. That he can keep sending fools who hide behind avatars, who don't think the discovery process can tell who they are. You keep on thinking everything is fake and a joke. And you too will find out. Not. Conspiracy against rights carries up to 10 years in a federal penitentiary and or a $10,000 fine. Keep laughing all the way to prison. Keep laughing. He who laughs first don't always laugh last. So it may be funny to y'all today, but like I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it, it might be me right now, it's gonna be you in a minute. And bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And it's the same for you, Tiana Teal, who think you knows me, Kiana Teal, whatever your name is. You see, I'm so glad Supernovification listened and actually heard what was happening to her. If it was her husband, whomever the voice was that gave her reasoning, I'm glad that she listened and she used her hearing and her actions came in the right direction. We got to do something about these people. It's only a few who's controlling the many. We have people that run from chat to chat and they pretend they're for us, but they're not. And we can't tell people where to go. This is a free country and they can go where they like. But we can tell them what we will and we won't accept in our chat. We choose to be engaging in my chat. We don't do the derogatory talk. When they screenshot, they're going to be saying, oh man, this all you got? You didn't get? No, you're not going to get. I don't allow it. You see, I don't have to put nobody down for me to be up. I'm already up. I was born a leader. I didn't have to try to be. I am. That I am. That I am. Believe that. And if you don't, I don't care. You see it in my walk. I change is not. And as I share with everybody, I talk about everybody I know, good, bad, or indifferent. So if you heard something I said, you can ask me. I might have said it, I might not have. You know, a lot of people think they know you, so then they'll say that you said something. And if the person know a little bit about you, that sounds like her, but that don't mean that that was her. That doesn't mean that. I don't do no back and forth and all that, and you ain't gonna hit my link and tell me nothing. Because most of you all don't come with a pure heart. And you don't come with the desire to have a conversation. You come like you gonna tell me something. Now you're gonna tell it to yourself and to your audience. You're gonna get to do that with me. Homie, don't play that. I keep trying to tell y'all drew first blood. Rambo just respond. And you can consider me Rambo in this situation. And if you've never seen Rambo, I suggest you go check out the movie. Very intriguing. Good movie. Very military minded. And military is only strategy. Only strategy. So look up strategy, look up strategic, then go check out Sun Tzu. Everybody love to check out the 48 laws of power. You can go find the 12 laws. You can Google anything you want. See, I can give you all the psychology in the world, but if your brain can't process it, it's not going to help you. It's just like reading. This man came on and said he wanted to teach boys, all our children on 4th grade level reading. Well, if they're on 4th grade level reading, that means they can read. See, because from kindergarten to the 3rd grade, you learn to read. From the 4th grade until you die, you read to learn. So we should have known just by that little catchy phrase right there that he was blowing smoke up our behind and telling us it's a locomotive. Not anymore. It's unacceptable. And these men and women that are throwing themselves at his feet to do his dirty work, then I want them to suffer in his dirtiness. They will not continue to do what they're doing to me. And they're going to do it for as long as they can. They don't know how to stop. Hey, Trinity. They don't know how to stop. But guess what? There is a reckoning day. And it ain't going to be the day that y'all see Jesus in the sky either. No, the reckoning day is going to come when people get involved and when people start making it happen. We really are the people of the land, and we need to act like it. We cannot allow a few to ruin it for everybody. Beautiful to see Gilbert come back and answer those sport questions. Who knows what could happen if we, the people, stand up to these bullies. Now they want to call me a bully. I'm the one with the bullying lawsuit, but they calling me the bully because I respond to the bullies. Oh, you can't say nothing back. No, you can't say nothing back. And I'm not going to threaten anybody. And as Skinner's love to tell my story, as I told it to him, I had 3 fights my whole life and lost all 3. Give me with a pen and a paper, and I'm almost undefeated. I've even lost in that arena, but not 3 times. Trust me. I fought many a fights for many a people, not me doing the fighting. They did their own fighting. I did the research and helped them. I wrote the letter after they gave me the story. That is what I do. I advocate for voices that people don't know that they have. That's why I was telling y'all about Alex and his program, Diverse Lounge. It's on YouTube. He tells the story. Those children are awesome. And Kevlo, you said that you didn't want the children that you mentored, the football team, you didn't want them to be like you, but you come on here and you're doxing people and playing videos and bragging like that's cute and funny. It is not. I don't know you, and y'all all have laughed and talked about me. All that you grin, you're in, that's a lie. You grin if it's funny. You may even laugh. But you guys defy all the rules and all of logic, and y'all want to hold us to some rules and logic. May it never be. I'm going on 3 hours and 30 minutes, and so I think I'm going to get ready to bring this one to a close. Every time it's time for me to come on, I just don't know if I'm going to even be able to make it because it's so dark and I feel so disheartened sometimes. But every time I come and you guys are there waiting for me, you give me the courage, the strength, and the energy to do what I need to do to get the job done. I want to thank everybody who donated and everybody who came and stayed this time with me. I want to thank y'all for the 35 likes. Awesome. That means the world to me, and I appreciate it. Of course, y'all know how we go out. We got to go out with one or two songs, and you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your night. See you guys in somebody's chat. More than likely, Sister T's or Uncle Shugs. And then I hope to see you guys again on Sunday. Until then, I'm leaving the Tiger's Den, and have a beautiful, beautiful night. Goodbye. It's the thuggish, ruggish cons. 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 You got Gotti, Retro 813, Black Mondo's in the house, Lady D, Jay's in the house, and Skinny, the Don. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake money, fake money. These niggas always tell a lie on you, and if you're not gonna sue, they think the lie becomes the truth. I know that this song gets very corny, but it's not worse than showing 10 racks of phony money. Fake money. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake money, fake money, Mondo, baby, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied. You're a bad, bad mister. In them penitentiary slippers, on your way to the shower. I know you're gonna be there for hours. Skinny tight, skinny tight, skinny tight. Yeah, and when you drop that soap, we know Big Bub will be there to give you some hope now. Yeah. And when he squeeze and tease, boy, we know you know that's dynamite, child. Yeah. And when you work and twerk, send your body all into a jerk now. Wow. Skinny tight, skinny tight, skinny tight. Boom, 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 boom. Skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied, skinny lied. In a mother's love, you will find everything's alright. To a mother's love, you are bound. You can rest on sacred ground. You are free to dream, because she sees what you can be. In remembrance of CJ, drove the hearse Cadillac. A crowd of people gathered round, all dressed in black. And as they removed his body from the car, such pain she never knew has filled her heart. Why, oh why, I heard his mother cry. But oh Lord, it was the beginning of her end. Justice for CJ. You can't beat the tag team giving, no matter how hard you try. They'll just keep on and keep on telling lies on videos. Do or die. They'll send trolls in your chat to get you all bent. You just keep going and stay focused on the content, because you can't beat the tag team giving. That ain't no lie. It is written, shun the very appearance of evil, and don't let your good be evil spoken of. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be, so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.